Yo, what it do? It's your boy J. Lou, and you are just in time for something new. Alright, by the title, y'all already know what this video is gonna be about, you know what I'm saying? I had to bring out the white hoodie, you feel me? Simply because today I'm feeling kind of fresh, you know what I'm saying? And the main reason why is because I'm rocking a designer-inspired durag. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into the video. Alright, now let's get one thing out the way. Y'all already know this is not a real Louis Vuitton durag, you know what I'm saying? Because I personally don't believe in paying way more money just because of a product's name or whatever the case is. I've always said that, I've always stood behind that. I would rather keep my money and put it towards something that'll better me rather than spending my money towards something that's not gonna give me anything in return. Now, they got a lot of people that may disagree with that, and that's your opinion, but when it comes to designer durags, man, go ahead and buy the knockoffs. I'm not trying to tell you to buy a designer durag because honestly, most of these companies, they don't care about us truly. All they care about is the money. I don't trip. I'm not gonna clown somebody if they got some knockoff stuff. Now, if you try to start acting as if it's the real material, then yeah, you about to get chopped up. But with that being said, that's the reason why I said it is a designer inspired durag. So some of the things that you guys need to understand is when it comes to durags like this, a lot of these durags use a 4-way stretch material. And if you missed the first video in regards to me covering the monsoon durags, I went into a little bit more detail. I'll make sure I link that video right above here. When it comes to 4-way stretch material, you can go back and watch that. But a lot of these designer inspired durags, they use a 4-way stretch material, which is kind of like a spandex polyester type material, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to these bad boys. Now when it comes to the monsoons, it's not a spandex polyester, but what I've noticed is most of these designer durags are a spandex polyester. Now some people will say,
polyester, man, I ain't about to put a polyester on my head, blah 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 blah.
But I already made a video as well in regards to the truth about Silky durags that I'll make sure I link right above here. You can check that bad boy out. I went through and just showed people that Silky durags are not real silk, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the 4-way stretch polyester material, the biggest gripe that I have when it comes to these durags is dependent on your curl type. Sometimes because of that 4-way stretch compression, what it will do is it will lift my hair up, you know. So if I'm sleeping kind of rough at nighttime, I may wake up with my sides and they like push to the back, and because I got like that straighter hair, I'll have like a Rico Suave look, you know what I'm saying? It's like I got waves, but then when you get right here, my hair is going to slick back, you know what I'm saying? And that's not the look we trying to go for. So for me, that's one of the things I don't like about 4-way stretch material, especially when it comes to the designer durags and all that stuff like that. But honestly, most people will rock these bad boys for looks. Now, when it comes to the compression, they do give you that compression that you're looking for. If you get into the later stages of your woof, you know what I'm saying, maybe 4 weeks and past, yeah, you probably need to rock a durag and a stocking cap. At the end of the day, nobody is gonna knock you for rocking these durags, because if they do, you got people like Fabulous, you got all these different celebrities. Man, it's like the wave nowadays. Ever since Gucci did what they did, it's kind of like okay now to rock fake designer, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the way the world works, you know. So with that being said, these durags, you can find them at different sources. I'll make sure I leave a link down in the description below where you can copy these bad boys. I was working with a company. It was a young man all the way from the UK. I was basically helping him get his platform off the ground. I'll put his link in the description below. But one thing that he told me is that when it comes to the supplies, he doesn't always have to supply. So you can search around and find different places where you can find the durags if you want to cop them. Now, some of the things you guys need to understand when it comes to these durags, and I'm going to take the durag off to explain a little bit better. Now, personally, I think my waves is hidden. You know what I'm saying? Right after that unrag, a lot of people, they always want to know like how your waves look when they come out the rag and everything like that. I think my waves hidden. Now, as y'all can see from that little demo, my waves are definitely laid from this bad boy. It definitely helps bring some shine out, because at the end of the day, because of that spandex polyester material, what you will notice is it'll generate some kind of heat on your head. And the thing about the heat, I'll make sure I link a video right above here in regards to the reason why I rock my durags the way that they do. You will learn in greater detail the reason why that heat can give your hair that shiny look, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to these bad boys, on the inside of them, as you can see, there is nothing printed on the inside. It's only on the outside that the logos are printed on the back side of it. And that's good because at the same time, the seam is on the outside. You know, if you make sure you look for that when it comes to buying these bad boys, because you don't want to buy one where the seam is on the inside. there are some of these designer inspired durags where they got people, they just trying to enter the market, they just trying to make a quick buck. They're not even waivers, they don't even know anything like that, you know what I'm saying? So they just making durags any kind of way. So you don't want to go out there and buy one. You want to make sure you just take a look and look at those things. Now, another thing I want to point out is when it comes to the strings, this bad boy is very long. I wear a 7 5/8 fitted hat, you know, so it definitely has a lot more space in regards to tying it up. And because it is that 4-way stretch spandex polyester material, it allows you to be able to pull it even a lot more to where it won't really dig into your head too much, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that I like about the 4-way stretch material is you really don't have to tie them tight. You just got to make sure that you give them enough of a snug, you know? So another thing I want to point out is when it comes to the end of it, as you can see, the stitching is very small, it's very tight, but at the same time, the seam is very small as well. So you won't run into having a line on your forehead if you space out the strings like I showed you guys earlier when I was rocking it, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you stretch them bad boys out. Now, when it comes to the print, now, one thing that you will notice is from a distance, the print looks official, but when you get up close to it, you'll see that it looks a lot lower quality. But honestly, that doesn't really even matter because people are not going to be walking around and this is your head and they're going to be looking at you like this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what are you looking at, ass?
Nothing, sir.
So when it comes to the durags, that really doesn't play a factor in regards to the print, but that's something I gotta point out because if I hold it like this on camera, that mug look official. That mug look like Louis Vuitton actually made this for your boy J. Lou. It looked like Louis is coming through, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you get up close to it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Another thing I want to point out that is actually a good thing is one of the benefits of this 4-way stretch material is whenever you put it on your head, there's different type of head shapes that people may have and all that stuff like that. But because of the fact that it tries to snug your head and everything like that, it will fit anybody's head shape. So that's a plus. Some of the other durags, like I mentioned with the Red by Kiss durags, in regards to the power durags, because the material, it kind of feels like it's a starch material. It doesn't give too much room or whatever the case is. If your head shape does not fit the same shape of that durag, then you'll run into issues where you'll have an area of your head that's not compressed. But when it comes to the designer durags, the 4-way stretch durags, they compress everything on your head. You'll feel compression in every single area, you know what I'm saying? All right, now as an aside, one thing I want to say is when it comes to rocking these bad boys, y'all already know when I rock my durags, I put my durags on my head just like this. But the thing I like about the designer durags is because of the print and everything, to make it look a lot more official, is I simply take like a monsoon cap. You know, you can find these bad boys. I'll make sure I put the link down in the description below. But I like taking like a monsoon cap. Red is one of my favorite colors to wear. I put this bad boy right on top of it like this. And because of the sports cap, the mesh material that it has, like now normally I would just rock my durag just like this, and just looking at it like that, that bad boy, it looks official, you know what I'm saying? But if you really wanted to take it to the next level, what you could do is simply take your durag and simply fold the strings up and all that stuff like that, just as such. As you guys can clearly see, when it comes to just the overall appearance of it, I have it tied up in the back. So people really wouldn't be able to tell. It'll also kind of take away the image of the fact that, like I told you earlier, the quality is not as dark when it comes to the print. But when you have a stocking cap on top of it like this, people can't really tell this. So now, I know that there's a lot of people when it comes to just rocking clothes, they want to rock something that kind of color coordinates and everything like that. And as you can see, that's one reason why I wore the white hoodie on this one, because of the multicolor design here, as well as the multicolor design here. When I step outside, man, people be like, y'all already know, when it comes to sauce, when it comes to splashing, when it comes to dripping and everything like that, Sauce Walker straight out of A-Sound was the person that put that stuff on the map.
I got sauce, baby. I got sauce. I got sauce, baby. I got sauce.
He took it to the next level and put it out there, you know what I'm saying? He got all these people saying,
And I'm dripping this, I'm splashing this, blah, blah, blah.
and I'm like, bro, that's a Houston thing, you know? So when I come out, I'm like, bro, like, it's just naturally within us in regards to our culture, you know. So with that being said, the only reason why I would rock a designer durag is mainly for looks. I don't care about rocking these bad boys at nighttime because I have other durags that I would personally like wearing, because like I told you guys, that 4-way stretch, I'm not trying to wake up and have my waves looking like Rico Suave in the fronts because it's pulling my hair back or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, if you have any comments, questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. It's your boy Louis Lou coming through, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like as well. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. Salute!
After my first year in college, I was told I wouldn't make it. Felt so bad, my scholarships, they tried to take it. Friends to my foes, yep, all I heard them say, how in the world did you get a 1.6 GPA? You should consider dropping out or at least switch your major. The odds of graduating now are not in your favor.